Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are settled in for this lovely session. And I'm here to welcome you all today to Carnival of Hope Season 5. It is my pleasure, absolutely my pleasure to welcome you all to this session, which is called Ikigai for Teens, Discovering Purpose Early. Ikigai is a beautiful Japanese concept which means a reason for being. The thing that gives the teens a sense of purpose and makes them excited to wake up every day. For teens, finding their Ikigai can be a powerful way to connect their passions, skills, and values which the world needs today. We have a truly inspiring speaker with us today, someone whose journey blends deep professional expertise with an even deeper passion for guiding young minds. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Megha Saxena. Ms. Megha wears many hats. She is a certified parenting coach, a child psychologist, a teen life coach, and a CBT therapist. She also has over 11 years of experience as a chartered accountant and company secretary, and has worked extensively in the banking sector. While her corporate journey has sharpened her analytical and strategic skills, her true calling lies in understanding children, teenagers, and the complex world of parenting and adolescent behavior. In recent years, she has devoted herself to working closely with teens and their families, creating safe, open, and nurturing spaces where young people can grow not just academically, but emotionally and socially as well. So, we are here to hear her session today and to understand what she has to tell. Welcome, Megha Saxena. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Rajnandini, for this warm welcome, for the warm introduction of me and also of this topic, which is actually very close to my heart. The topic Ikigai, I was, reading this book for adults it was, and I was reading and I found it very relevant, very useful. And then just few months ago, I came across this book, Ikigai for Teens. And then I said, कि क्या बात है? मतलब, this is actually the age when if we know this concept of ikigai of knowing the purpose of life, then it is so much better. So I thought that bringing this book, the key takeaways that I read, and sharing it with all the teenagers that I can reach out to. And hence I'm thanking Carnival of Hope and Enlighten for allowing me to give this session here so that I can reach out as many teens as possible and share this important concept with them. Allow me to share my screen. Hope I'm visible, audible already.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome. Now, you all are at the age, सब teenagers यहाँ पे जो भी हैं, they are at the age where you may not have decided what career to go into, what is your purpose of life, what subjects to choose. So all that is, still pending, still in process, still you are figuring it out. So why not come with me on this journey of finding your answers? ये जो रेड कार है ये मेरी है, आ जाओ इसमें बैठते हैं एंड चलते हैं साथ में. Now in this journey, even if I am with you, this life journey is for you individually. Each of the teenagers here, you'll see this way, this road in your different perspective. And ये आपकी जर्नी है, ये कोई और डुप्लीकेट नहीं कर सकता, रेप्लीकेट नहीं कर सकता, ये किसी और की हो नहीं सकती, ये सिर्फ आपकी जर्नी है. No one is allowed and no one has already gone through this. So it is individual to you. Be ready for that. Okay? हम हंसते गाते चल रहे हैं कार में and we have reached this junction where you see there are 4 ways. Okay? Let us explore what this, signboards say. Everyone be ready because we have to, choose ना कौन से रास्ते पे जाना है. So let us see what is the first way you see here. It says money. How many of you want money and go to that rasta? Come on, quickly in the chat box, please mention MMM if you want to go on the road of money. Say MMM. Yes. Everyone wants money, of course. Money is the most important thing, right? It is how you will be able to, meet your needs. You will be able to meet your uh, luxuries. You'll be taking care of your family. That is why we work, right? So money to chahiye. But have you also heard that money can't buy you happiness? Money can buy everything, but it can't buy happiness. And certainly not true friends. True? So let us see what is the next in our list, which is the next option that we have. Fame. How many of you want fame? How many of you have imagined yourself to be a celebrity? People are following you, people are liking you. There are millions of views on your Instagram post. You have millions of followers. How many of you want fame? Type F in the chat box. Type F if you want fame. You want to be famous. You want to be liked by people. Right? But have you also heard that, आजकल we see in the news of um, these influencers getting burned out and many celebrities going through a rough phase. They go through depression. They feel lonely, right? It is possible. It happens. So, okay, let us skip this fame as an option as of now. Let us go ahead. What else we have? Power. Yes, this is something that everyone would like to have. इस रास्ते जा भी सकते हैं. If you have that leadership quality in you, you will definitely want to go through this path and experience that power of you being an adult, taking decisions and enjoying your role as a leader. But again, it also comes with a lot of responsibility. The famous dialogue everyone knows: with great power comes great responsibility. And if you're ready with that responsibility, it is a very good option. Again, but you may also feel that at once you reach at that top level, you may have very less friends. You may have many followers, many beneficiaries, many people benefiting out of your actions, but very less. You may have very few friends at that age, that stage. So okay, power is a good thing, but let us keep it aside and check what is the other option that we have. It is says Ikigai. आज का सब्जेक्ट ही तो ये है and हमको इसी रास्ते तो जाना है. So are you ready? Type R in the chat box if you're ready to go with me on the journey of Ikigai. Thank you, Jivika. Thank you, Kavya, Vinita. Perfect. And you know what this R also stands for? It stands for resting at a point, taking a pause, and also reflecting on yourself, knowing yourself. So the R stands for you are ready to rest, take peaceful steps, and also reflect on your being. Agree? Good to go? Are so many are. Thank you, Sumit, Payal, Seema, Sanvi, Jigna, Sonali. Thank you so much, Dr. Prajakta. Thank you so much for your responses. I hope you are enjoying this journey as of till now. आगे तो अभी तो journey शुरू हुई है, right? What is Ikigai? अभी चल दिए तो पहले पता लगा लेते हैं what is Ikigai. Like in the introduction also, ma'am said that Ikigai is a Japanese concept which says Iki means life and Gai means worth. worthwhile life or purposeful life, a life with purpose, with some meaning. Okay. To explain this, I'll give you an example. Samjho your ikigai is climbing mountains. Okay. For that, you are going on a trip with your family और आपकी कल सुबह की ट्रैक प्लान हुआ है वहाँ के टूर गाइड के साथ में. अगले सुबह मॉर्निंग 5:30 यू हैव टू लीव फॉर क्लाइंबिंग दैट माउंटेन का ट्रैक. And the day before, the journey was very tiresome actually. फ्लाइट भी डिले हो गई, आप लोग एयरपोर्ट पे बैठे रहे एंड जैसे तैसे आप लोग होटल रूम पहुंचे. खाना भी इतना मजा नहीं आया तुमको, इट वाज नॉट होलसम एंड द बेड वाज आल्सो नॉट कंफर्टेबल, सो यू कुडंट इवन स्लीप प्रॉपर्ली. इन नॉर्मल सिनेरियो, अगर ये इस तरीके का एक दिन पहले गया हुआ है, व्हाट टाइम डू यू वेक अप द नेक्स्ट डे? आराम से, राइट? यू विल से कि नहीं, मुझसे तो नहीं उठा जा रहा बिकॉज यस्टरडे वाज वेरी हेक्टिक फॉर मी. बट you have to go for the trek. That is your ikigai. You wake up, you dress up, you wear your shoes, you take your backpack, you eat your breakfast, and you're bang on time ready for your trek with the trek group. Is it possible? Can it happen? Yes. My dear friends, this is what true ikigai does to you. You need no pushing, no reminders. मम्मी को याद नहीं दिलाना पड़ा कि जाना है, तैयारी करके नहीं देनी पड़ी आधी, है ना? You knew what needs to be done, how to get ready. You could also look for the resources that you want and you made sure that those resources are made available and you have reached your ikigai. So this is how ikigai is explained. It is what helps you get out of the bed every morning. कुछ idea आ गया? Now everyone has a paper and pen with you. Now, when I was explaining this idea, when I was mentioning that mountain climbing is your ikigai and you get up out of bed because for that alone, which other activity came to your mind when when I was talking about this? List down those activities. आपके लिए ऐसी कौन सी कोई एक्टिविटी हो सकती है जिसके लिए आप बिना थके बिना रुके you can get into those activities. Please make a list of those activities. As we go ahead, we'll be using that. Okay, लिख लिया? These activities are possible ikigai. Okay. Now let us also find out, we'll go step by step and understand how to shortlist or how to cut down and come to your one ikigai activity today. Chale? First is this activity. Here, again in your paper pen, you have to write down what I'm not going to do with my life. ये तो थोड़ी बहुत आइडिया आ गई कि ये मैं कर सकती हूँ, ये कर सकती हूँ, बट क्या नहीं करना है ये तो मैं कभी नहीं करूंगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फॉर मी इट वॉज बिकमिंग अ डॉक्टर. आई मीन डॉक्टर तो मैं कभी नहीं बनना चाहती थी क्योंकि वो इतने नंबर ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, नंबर ऑफ आवर्स और इतनी पढ़ाई ये सब मुझसे नहीं होती, तो डॉक्टर तो मैं नहीं बनती. with the reasons, you have to write the list of activity that you are not going to do along with the reason you have to write. Okay. अगेन मैं स्पोर्ट्स में कभी नहीं जा सकती थी बिकॉज मुझ में वो कॉम्पिटिटिव नैक नहीं है या आई एम नॉट गुड एट रिफ्लेक्सेस, स्टैमिना भी नहीं है, तो नो, स्पोर्ट्स वाज आल्सो अ नो फॉर मी. एंड मे बी नॉट इवन पायलट बिकॉज अगेन एविएशन स्कूल्स कॉलेजेस ये बहुत महंगे होते हैं, तो फाइनेंशियली इट मे नॉट हैव बीन साउंड फॉर मी, so I decided no. Again, acting या modeling नहीं सोचा मैंने because yeah, maybe family values. Yeah, I did not want that kind of a fame कि stage पे जाके act or perform. So even that was not one of my option. So make this list. I'll give you 1 minute. जितने याद आ रहे हैं उतने लिखिए. बाकी we can carry on this activity even after the session. This is just giving you idea what you have to do first. This is called process of elimination. Sab nikal do which is not going to work with you. This will help you come closer to what is going to work with you. This is how you will come closer to what you want to do in your life. Okay? Done? Say yes, yes, yes in the chat box if you are done with your at least कुछ activities लिख लिए हैं या clarity आ गई है कि हाँ ये तो मैं नहीं करना चाहती. Please type yes in the chat box. Thank you. Salma, Kezia, Payal. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. आगे बढ़ते हैं. अगेन वो जो लिस्ट थी जहाँ पे वेर यू हैव रिटन पॉसिबल इकिगाई एक्टिविटीज ऑफ योर्स, हाउ टू मेक द राइट चॉइस, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू कवर हियर. फर्स्ट इट सेज इट इज ओके टू हैव डाउट्स. मतलब आपके पास होंगे बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस, बहुत सारे आपको आइडियाज आ रहे हैं, एंड you have a doubt कि ये ठीक है कि नहीं, ये ठीक है कि नहीं, which is fine, which is absolutely normal. There are so many successful people जो बड़े बड़े sportsmen हैं, artists हैं. Those you think that अरे कितने successful है, at one point of time they definitely had doubt on themselves too. But what they did was they did not stay there for long. Don't get overwhelmed by this doubt and find ways to, you know, remove these doubts, remove those negative points from this. And टाइम डिसाइड करके कि बस ये टाइम तक आई हैव टू पुट अ टाइम लिमिट कि ये डाउट्स क्लियर करने हैं, एंड ये टाइम तक ही मैंने डिसाइड करना है कि मेरी एक्चुअली एक्टिविटी क्या होने वाली है. ओके. डू नॉट मेक डिस्टेंट प्लान्स. 20 साल बाद मैं क्या होना चाहिए मेरे साथ में, मैं व्हाट पोजीशन में होनी चाहिए, उसके लिए व्हाट सब्जेक्ट्स यू वांट टू चूज, need not be you need not do it right now, because it is impossible to decide what will make you happy 20 years hence. So, in this, by choosing the activity now, choose what makes you happy right now. आपको अगर एक सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्ट करने से आपको इस वक्त खुशी मिल रही है, तो यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट दैट सब्जेक्ट एंड गो ऑन विद इट. ओके. 20 साल पहले आगे की नहीं सोचनी है. Once you have decided the goal, you have decided the subject, make plans for next 3 to 5 years. What skills you need to learn, what activities you need to do, what subjects or you have to add. So make a plan for the next 3 5 years, not more than that. Okay. Then focus on the positive. जो भी ऑप्शंस आपने लिख के रखे हैं उनके सिर्फ पॉजिटिव जो पॉइंट्स है उस पे यू फोकस, इंस्टेड ऑफ डोंट पॉन्डर ऑन व्हाट इज बैड इन दिस एक्टिविटी, व्हाट विल नॉट वर्क आउट, बिकॉज दोज आर मोस्टली आउट ऑफ फियर ही होते हैं. वो बहुत बार अनरियल होते हैं, फियरफुल होते हैं. तो जस्ट फोकस एंड थिंक कि व्हाट गुड कैन हैपन व्हेन यू सिलेक्ट दिस एक्टिविटी. दैट इज हाउ यू विल प्रोसीड. एंड नेक्स्ट, once you have chosen, once you have selected the activity, आपने 3 4 साल उस पे काम कर लिया, but still if you think 4 साल बाद आपको लग रहा है कि no, it is not working out, it is okay. It is okay to change your path. It is okay to find new activity. And ये मत सोचो कि अरे मैंने गलत कर लिया, because when at the point of time when you are choosing that activity, you were happy, you made the right decisions, you considered all the pros and cons, and then you selected, right? So abhi you need not bother, and you can actually change your activity. It keeps on evolving. You can find new activities that can get into this become your ikigai. Okay, clear everyone? Shall we go ahead? Okay, this book has 4 parts, so I have divided my discussion in 4 parts. Part 2 is practicing Ikigai. Okay, to practice Ikigai, practice your purpose, practice your activity, you need to be prepared. So, how to prepare yourself? This is what I'm going to cover here. So, to identify your true Ikigai, you need to understand that it will give you some flow. What is flow? Flow is once how to recognize flow will be when you are doing this activity, time actually flies. You will not know कि सुबह से बैठे हो शाम तक आप वो एक्टिविटी कर रहे हो. So time actually flies. Then it is not very easy nor very difficult. It is sufficiently challenging. Okay. When you focus in that activity, कोई आपको distract नहीं कर सकता. You are totally focused. There is no distraction allowed when you're doing that activity. And you don't get even tired of doing that particular task. So this is how you can identify कि हाँ, this अभी जो भी एक्टिविटीज आपने लिखे हैं उसके अगेंस्ट इफ यू कैन अप्लाई दिस लॉजिक्स कि आई डोंट फील टायर्ड, आई फील फोकस्ड, आई स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम डूइंग दैट एक्टिविटी, देन यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू आर गेटिंग इनटू अ फ्लो एंड यू आर एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिसिंग. अगेन, अब ये जो 4 5 लिस्ट जो आपके पास थी, let us find out and rate them. Rate all those activities from 0 to 10 on basis of how much you like this activity. Okay, 0 being you don't like, 10 being you like it very much. Okay, start rating. Let us check what is your rating. If you have rated that activity from 0 to 4, means it is just a whim. मतलब आपने ही उसको रेटिंग इतनी कम दी है तो मीन्स इट इज जस्ट अम्यूजमेंट दैट यू फाउंड रिसेंटली, कोई और करा था, कुछ ट्रेंडिंग में था तो आपने ट्राई कर ली वो एक्टिविटी, एंड इट इज नॉट एक्चुअली वेरी लॉन्ग टर्म दैट यूर थिंग, तो 0 to 4 आपने उसको रेट किया. If you have rated some activity between 5 to 7, then it is your hobby. It is a nice pastime. You like doing that activity. You enjoy it when you have free time, but you don't actually remove time for doing that. And when you're not doing this, so you don't feel like missing out something. So it is just called as a hobby, not maybe not an ikigai. Rating, if you have rated that activity between 8 to 9, then it is called passion. It means it is giving you a flow, means it is an ikigai. It definitely has the potential of being very important to you, and you are devoting time for that. Correct? And the last one, you have rated it 10. Matlab to ye to, this is it, and it is a necessity. You spend a lot of time only doing this activity, and if you are not allowed to do, you feel very restless. So this is how you can understand that this is, by rating also you can identify what exactly can be your ikigai, and you must have, thoda all filtration ho gaya hoga from your activities. Correct? With me? So when we were also, okay, in this book they have given certain things to, certain habits that you need to develop to practice ikigai successfully. When you have chosen your path, chosen your purpose, you spend, you have to inculcate certain activities. Usme se 1, 2 and 3. These are very popular, very popularly known, and I'm sure you all must be knowing that it says the 10,000 hour rule, wherein you, no, as much as you practice, you have to spend 10,000 hour doing that activity to become a master in it. So, practice makes man perfect. ये वो बोल रहा है. The second is digital detox, which everyone here knows that screen time and social media is taking us our lot of focus and attention. So of course you have to work on it and detox yourself from it. And the third is offline adventures, exercising, moving out, talking, walking in nature, talking to your friends, spending some time with music, learning some instruments, spending time with animals, environment, and all that. So, to bring balancing your indoors and outdoor activities. So, ye to काफी common hai. What I liked and what can be your key takeaways is this. Okay, now tell me, when you go for an exam, or when you are going for an exam, what is the most common phrase that people say to you? Best of luck, good luck, right? Give your best, all the best, right? So when you say best of luck, good luck, it is like depending upon luck. कि इतना लक हो कि जितनी आपने पढ़ाई करी है ना, उतना ही आपको एग्जाम्स में आए. यू बी दैट लकी that the answer, the question paper is very easy. You have to be that lucky. But here, the Japanese concept says, do your best, wherein it says that it emphasizes more on the effort side, the performance side, the actual mehnat that you have done, uspe they are talking about. So they are saying that when you are going to do an activity, do your best, give your best. And that is, it applies to you also. When you are taking up an activity, you should say that you should pray for not luck, that सब कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, but pray for that मैं अच्छे से efforts डाल पाऊँ, that I can give my best. is that you should say. So do your best. I have now replaced my all the best of luck ki jagah pe. Now I'm going to tell my daughters, do your best when they go for exams. Next, what they say is masters and mentors. What is it? It says that as you teenagers, you should also um, depend a lot on adult experiences. Learn from them, speak to them, ask them to guide you, ask them to share their experiences, their mistakes, and their learnings from you with you. That is what mentorship is. When you have decided on an activity as to be your ikigai, you make someone as your mentor, can be your teacher, an adult, a senior, your parents, or any role model, and take their guidance, seek their support, learn from their mistakes. That will help you tremendously in achieving your ikigai. It is a very good resource. And the last I love is agar ye sab nahi hai and there are no mentors and you're finding it difficult, you can be your own superhero. Who all wants to be a superhero here? Please type super in the chat box. मैं मेरा superhero. Who wants to be a superhero? Super. Yes. Jigna says yes. Vartika, Sanvi, Vinita. Who all wants to be a superhero? Jivika, Sumit. Perfect. Ayal. Everyone wants to be a superhero. And we can be. When I read this book, I found इतने simple, इतने easy methods बताए हैं and इतनी easy qualities बताए हैं of a superhero that yes, I am a superhero if I follow all that, and I am following, so I am a superhero. Let us go through it. The first one says responsibility, which means a superhero is responsible for his own acts and behaviors. I want everyone to write in your notebooks, responsibility gives you responsibility. Responsibility is equal to response plus ability, which means if you are responsible of your acts, of your behavior, of your actions, you know the consequences of the choices that you make, then you have the ability to respond to any challenges, any difficulties that come your way. Anyone who is standing in front of you cannot say you anything because you are responsible for your own behavior, your own things, your own actions. Isn't it powerful? Responsibility gives you responsibility. Okay? Determination. ये तो हमको पता ही है, सुपर हीरोज के पास बहुत डिटर्मिनेशन होता है. कितने विलन आके उनको मार रहे होते हैं एंड कितने लहूलुहान हो जाए, they get up and fight and then win the race, win the battle. So yes, you cannot give up, you should not give up. Remember your favorite superhero and then take inspiration from him. Honor. A true hero, a true superhero is very true to his own words and also follows what is right, only believes in what is right and supports what is right, is full of principles and values and is true. Unity. It believes in teamwork, team spirit. It believes in taking help. It seeks help when he needs to. Avengers पता है ना? Avengers में वही है ना? Where all the Iron Man and Spider-Man, Superman सब मिलके they are fighting one particular villain. They are not saying कि मैं अलग हूँ, मेरे पास अलग power है, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. No, they are making a team and then fighting together because seeking help is a biggest strength. Because one who seeks help is strong enough, is determined enough to win, and he will take all the support that is needed to be successful. So, unity and team spirit is one of the important thing. Information. बाकी आपके पास कुछ भी हो, knowledge is definitely a superpower. Whatever field you choose, you have to have full knowledge, full information. You have to be up to date in that field. Lot of information you need to have. Accuracy. You direct all your efforts in the right direction. आपके पास भले ही डिटर्मिनेशन हो, ऑनर हो, यूनिटी है, इंफॉर्मेशन है, स्ट्रेंथ है, बट क्या फायदा इफ इट इज नॉट डायरेक्टेड इन द राइट direction, or not, it is not doing what it needs to do. So you have to be very accurate and work in the right sense. Strength, not only physical but also mental and emotional, you need to have. Futurism, be aware, be futuristic, and see to it that you are ready for any contingency, any consequences that may happen, any challenges that may come in future. Rebellion, they do not allow any injustice to happen, any bad to happen, and if anything they see is wrong, they take action to correct it, and they take along, उनके साथ के जो होते हैं अपने वर्ल्ड को साथ में लेके चलते हैं. That is what a superhero does. And courage. So what fear does? Fear leads to inaction. Courage leads to action. It will prepare you for challenges. It will prepare you. If you have courage, you, even though you think that it is difficult, you will stand up and make an effort and perform, and you will come out successful. So, है ना easy? Who wants to be a superhero? We all can be superhero years. And very important lesson that this book gave me. All this is needed to effectively practice your Ikigai. Now we come to the third part, which actually talks about, which will be the end of our journey. We are still on our journey, and this is coming to the end of the journey. Or again, I'll need you to take your paper pen and draw these 4 circles. Done? In the first circle, you have to write what you love. Now, how to find out what I love? You have, वो तो निकाल दिए कि जो नहीं काम करना है, the things that you don't want to do, that you have already listed out. Then you have also understood कि कौन सी activities, bring me in flow and I don't feel tired. And then you have also prepared yourself mentally कि when I identify my activity, मेरी जो ikigai मुझे मिल जाएगी, then these all qualities I need to have and I will need to practice it. But how to identify what you love? For that, we have few questions. Answer these questions, you will find out. Who is that person that you follow? Who is your idol? Who is your role model? What is that role model doing? That activity can be your Ikigai. Another question. Which is the content that you watch more? आप उस पे documentaries, कोई एक topic पे documentaries या podcast, for long hours you can watch. You keep on watching on repeat. You keep researching on that subject and you don't get bored. That can be your Ikigai. You can also try new things. आपको कोई भी नया activity दिख रहा है, कोई नई चीजें दिख रही हैं, you keep on trying. That might become your Ikigai. You can find that activity. Maybe you like it, maybe you not like it. And जो not like है वो निकलते जाएंगे. You can take up job or training in certain organizations where, जैसे कि designing है या accounting है. For this, you can get into internship. You can join those courses. Short-term summer camps होते हैं, summer trainings होते हैं. You may join. You may experience the actual work, and then you can understand कि whether you truly love that kind of job or not. Right? Then again, अगर कोई activity 2 हफ्ते बाद होने वाली है, something that is that is going to happen 2 weeks from now. Are you excited today? Are you just counting days? Are you countdown चल रहा है क्या आपके मन में? That is one activity that you might love. Or you can also imagine a perfect day कि आप सुबह उठे हो, नहा धो के रेडी हो, नाश्ता कर लिया. Then what you're doing? What is that activity that you're doing to spend your day? That is something that you love. That is to define your perfect day. That is one activity. Okay? Right? So this can identify what you actually love. Then second, what you are good at. The second circle में लिखिए what you are good at. वो कैसे, उसके लिए मेरे पास एक्चुअली क्वेश्चंस नहीं है, बट आई हैव एन क्विज फॉर यू. आई एम गिविंग यू टू ऑप्शंस. यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट one A or B. Okay, ready? Be ready in the chat box. So there is planet A where you are born, and you are born with something, you're born with something, some activity which you are very good at. You are an expert, you are a master in that job. You know everything about it, you are just perfect. And from day one, you are employed in an organization भी set है, वो आपको ही काम पे लगाना चाहती है, आपको उसने काम भी बता दिया, and you have now started working from day one. It is paying you well, it is taking care of your all necessities, and the life is perfect. Day one, you are born in this planet A, and you know everything what you need to do. Then there is planet B, which where you're born but you know nothing. You also have to learn how to talk, how to walk, how to eat, how to meet people. Like we are in planet Earth, बस वैसा ही है कि यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं पता होता है, सब एक्सपीरियंसेस से हमको जोड़ना है, सीखना है, डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स भी पढ़ने हैं, फिर कुछ पसंद आएंगे पर कुछ जबरदस्ती करना है. नाउ यू टेल मी, डू यू वांट टू स्टे इन प्लैनेट ए और प्लैनेट बी? Please write in the chat box A or B. Very nice. B, right? Even though सब कुछ सेट था A में, सब कुछ तो था, क्या जरूरत थी फिर B क्यों कर रहे हो? B में तो you have to apply lot of mind and की सोचना पड़ेगा. But yes, we are all humans. Thank you, Sienna, B, Salma, B, Jivika, Kristen, Kezia, Dhruvika, Sanvi. Thank you so much for your participation, girls and boys. Thank you. Everyone likes B. We keep on complaining all the time कि अरे कुछ पता नहीं है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आता, there is so much of confusion, so many options, ये करें कि वो करें, and किससे पूछे. But still you like to decide for yourself, still you want to experience different things and then decide. So that is exactly what you need to do to find out what you are good at by your own experiences, by your own observations of other people, वो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, कैसे कर रहे हैं, उनकी लाइफ कैसी है, and also by way of feedback from other people. Ask people, ask your elders, ask your friends, what do you think is good in me, what do you think I'm doing good, I'm doing bad, what improvements I need. So these three things can bring you at to decide what you are good at. ये दोनों मिला के बनता है passion. What you love and what you're good at can become your passion. But is it necessary that what I love I can be good at, or vice versa, that मैं जिसमें I'm good I also love that activity? I love singing, but I'm not at all good at it, right? मुझे कोई ऑडियंस नहीं मिलेगा, मैं उसको अपनी अर्निंग नहीं बना सकती हूँ, but I love singing. I am good at I'm good at accounts and finance as my subjects, but I really don't really love it. I enjoyed I working in it. I was happy when I was working, but it is not my love. So it can be different, but one activity that you love also and you are good at also will be your passion. Let me read the messages. Okay. Now in the third circle, you have to write what you can be paid for. Make a list of activities that you think you can be paid for. Okay. And then if those activities match with what you are good at, it can become your profession. Here. What do you think? आपके activities जो भी listed थे, उसमें से कौन से में you can be enough money मिलेगा as per your financial needs, as per your goals and your aspirations, वो सब यहाँ पे लिखेंगे. And उसमें से then if you are not good at, then you'll have to work of course to become good at it, and then that you can make as your profession. Now tell me everyone, think for a while कि what you love, what you're good at, and what you're paid for. ये तीनों चीज मिल जाए तो क्या वो आपकी इकिगाई बन सकती है? इज दैट व्हाट आई मीन बाय इकिगाई? आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर्स. आर यू हैप्पी विद ये तीनों कॉम्बिनेशन मिल गया मतलब ठीक है क्या? यस, है ना? मेक सेंस. You get everything and you are happy also, you are good at it also, you are earning also. No, no, हाँ, fame is missing. I was saying what you can paid for me. Thank you for that point, Vartika. यहाँ पे you can include those activities also. वो जो तीन रास्ते रह गए थे ना, money, fame and power, वो तीनों आपको ये एक्टिविटीज से मिल जाए ऐसी भी आप इसमें डाल सकते हो. What you can be paid for, paid in the form of money, in form of fame, in form of power. These activity you have to put here. But this is good. This is fair. But this book has added one more aspect, that is what the world needs. Now, you teenagers at your age, it is perfectly fine to think कि बस ये तीन चीज मिल गया and I'm okay. But as we grow old, as you come at our age, we also feel the need of making a difference in other people, making a difference in the world, in other people's life, being a significant person in someone's life, leaving an impact in someone's life, other than earning money, other than fame, other than uh, you know uh, doing something that you like and love and being in power, but making a difference in someone's life is also gives a lot of meaning to you. So for that, when you combine the what the world needs and what you can be paid for, अगर ऐसी कोई एक्टिविटी आपको मिल जाए, it can be called as vocation. Examples of this activity can be doctors, nurse, therapists, counselors, teachers, environmentalists, uh, veterinarian doctors, so taking care of animals, all that. So that can be called as vocation, where world भी service भी हो रही है to the society and you're also getting paid for it. But and where what you love and what the world needs, it becomes your mission. जहाँ पे your personal growth is also happening and world का growth is also happening. And this all together, सब मिल जाए तो बनता है ikigai. This is the whole thing. You have to list these activities and find what matches. ये सब अभी करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये सब मैं आपको सिर्फ अवेयरनेस एंड क्रिएट करने हैं, आपको कंसेप्ट समझाने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. ये थोड़ा भारी हो गया क्या, हेवी हो गया क्या बच्चा लोग? Who all are here? If you think this is a little heavy and you must be having some questions in your mind, let us see. Does anyone have this question कि do I need to figure out this everything now? आज ही करना है क्या ये सब? नहीं. Take your time. It will evolve over years. It will evolve over your experiences, your ikigai. अभी कुछ भी decide करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But know of this concept. What if I have too many interests? Very good. Try everything. Go and attempt every interest. Try to see what sticks till the end. What if I don't know what I'm good at? Again, keep on practicing, keep on trying new things. आपको बहुत सारे experiences मिलेंगे. And again, take feedback from others. Increase your observations, increase your experiences. And how do I balance schools, hobbies and finding my purpose? First, हम लोग को 10,000 hours complete करना है. अभी से सिर्फ 10-15 minutes per day if you spend on your ikigai, on your thing that you love, it is enough. उससे ज्यादा अभी नहीं करो. अभी स्कूल भी मैनेज करना है, अपने एक्टिविटीज मैनेज करनी है, करियर के लिए जो ऑलरेडी यू हैव चोजन द सब्जेक्ट्स वो मैनेज करना है. दैट विल इवेंचुअली हैपन, राइट? Meanwhile, I'm asking you all to write few questions on the chat in the chat box. You can start writing your questions. I'll just complete one more concept. जो भी questions आ रहे हैं, you can start putting in the chat box. We'll address those. Because we are at the last part of the book, last chapter. आपने ikigai समझ ली, ikigai identify कर ली. How are you going to live an ikigai life? Is here. Very quickly, I'm going to cover this. Try to be very happy in whatever you have. Use these जो सब habits देखे थे ना, again the same has been repeated here. Digital detox, nature walk, exercise, spend time with your friends, and work hard. Don't stop. Once you have found your ikigai, you can go slow, कभी धीरे, कभी ज़्यादा आगे, but never ever stop doing anything, doing your work. Be a good friend, because whatever you do, कोई भी कहीं भी चले जाओ, कितने भी आप सक्सेसफुल हो जाओ, फेमस हो जाओ, you need to have your tribe along with you. And how to find your tribe? आपको वो फ्रेंड्स मिलेंगे जैसे आप खुद हो. So best way to have a good friend is to be one yourself. You attract people like you only. तो आप अगर if you're a good listener, if you're a good you have empathy, you are kind, तो उस टाइप के लोग, if you're supportive, तो आपको supportive friends मिलेंगे. So that is how it works. Love of your life, a very important aspect that is going to happen. But in the search of love or romantic love, don't forget yourself. तो एक छोटा सा इसमें I have mentioned self love before romantic love. Self वर्थ, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, खुद के लिए कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव, खुद का पर्पस also has to be on priority. Everything else, good friends, good love life, good relationship, good family, good income, good success, everything will follow. And again, futuristic view that it is going to happen, it is not going to happen anyways, you have to get it done, you have to work towards it. And this, at this point, I will end my class today. This is my number if you need to note. And I'm ready for your questions about identifying your purpose or understanding what Ikigai actually means. Or you can write your experiences and what list you have already added in your, what activity could you identify by end of this session. You can unmute and speak if you want, if you have a question. Yes, Ikigai should be your career because it has to be. Jigna is asking. Yes, it has to be career as in career क्या होगा? Where you are working every day, you are spending the major amount of time in that work, right? And and also you have to earn money from that. It is going to be your livelihood. So it is always better to have it as your ikigai as your career. Find a way, make that circle, make as many lists as possible, make that not to do list, and you will come to a point where you will find which works and covers all those circles. uh, thank you for the class. Yes, Maria, that was my intention of, taking up this book and explaining it here, because not everyone will read that book and not everyone loves to read it and, apply it. So that was my intention. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, Sween, ma'am, for coming from you. It was a very great appreciation. Thank you, Payal. Thank you. Dear teenager participants here, thank you for your presence. Thank you for your participation. I hope I have ignited some thoughts in you, some ideas in you, made this concept clear to you so that you can actually apply. आज नहीं करना है, आज मत करो. एक हफ्ते बाद करो, एक महीने बाद करो, एक साल बाद करो. But I'm sure you have to do it at some point of time. तो अभी करने में क्या हर्ज है? मैंने अभी किया at this age. तो आई थिंक टीनेज में तो करना ही चाहिए. Same, ma'am, same. I wish I knew this at that time. Like Sween man says, I wish I could be a teen again. But I feel देर आए दुरुस्त आए इसलिए, and thank you.
Megha, if I may,
Yes.
Yes, I think this session was absolutely brilliant. Especially when you made everyone write what we want to do and what we do not want to do. It's not every day that, we think like what we want to do and what we do not want to do. वो कभी कभी आता है दिमाग में ये करना है ये नहीं करना है. But this listing, the concept of listing, I think is a brilliant concept, not only for the teenagers, for even the adults.
Absolutely.
And I think this session has, at least I'm sure everybody will agree, has made us think that we can clear our thoughts by writing down. That was absolutely great. The second thing, what really, really touched my heart was giving back to the society. This giving back to the society, this concept is, I won't say it's a new concept, but we all need to understand at some point, whatever we have received from the society, good, bad, ugly, but we need to give it back. And I think all the teenagers need to understand this, and you have read this book and you have got this, you've been able to address it. This is absolutely brilliant. This concept of giving back to the society. And the third point, self-love. We forget about self-love. We keep doing things for others and we forget there's something called self-love. So I'm sure all the people who are, listening or who have listened to Megha will agree this was a brilliant session. And, if anybody has more questions, because we have another 2-3 minutes on these concepts, if you want any more clarity about self-love, which is like great, you want any more clarity about that, about how to practice this. It can't happen overnight, isn't it, Megha?
Yes, yes, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And there is a very good question here in the chat box where Dhruvika is asking, Ma'am, what is the best thing about teenagers? If you're asking what is good and at your age, what is, the most precious thing is that you have so much of resources, so much of information available, and you are at the right age. And at this age, when you are just 13, 14 years of age, you are bursting with energy, bursting with, live this brain cells that can capture and capture so much of information at one point of time. So use that in the right way, use that in the right direction, gain as much as knowledge you want. Use आज का जो concept I have explained, list, make that to do list of not to do and what you need to do, and explore, reflect, discuss with your parents, discuss with your teenagers, because with your friends, this is the right age to get it done, and you are at the best time of the life. Yes, they are open and receptive, full of energy and enthusiasm. Dr. Sumit Bansal here says that that is the best thing about teenagers. You are acceptive, receptive, and full of energy. You're full of knowledge. Yes. What if you have two ikigais? Yes, you can have two ikigais, and eventually you have to practice both. You have to nurture both the ikigais. At this age you can have 2 3 thinking that things that you love, right? But eventually, and you will also figure it out. That is what you need not get boggled by कि अरे मेरे पास तीन है, is it okay, is it not okay? Everything is okay, everything is allowed. Let time pass, let explore them, experience them, and eventually maybe 5 years hence you'll get more clarity. So it is perfect. You have to ikigais. It is very good. Practice both. Practice, develop skill in both. Thank you, Kezia. It was a very good question. Not a very relevant one. Yes, the best thing about teenagers is their ability to love unconditionally. Yes. Love to all the teenagers present here. Again, I'm closing here now. Thank you so much for your presence, each and every participant. It made my session truly a success only because of your presence, your participation, and thank you. Do connect with me whenever you want to. I can also put my number in the chat box if you can quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, Megha.
Yes,
Lovely session. Thank you, everybody, for being here today.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Megha. Thank you,
thank
Rajnandini
you.
ji.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.